we're waiting because I just got a text. Someone's going to be late. I would like you to go search in your house really quick and look for your tie stick. Wait, you don't have one? So we're going to do, I told Pam, I'm feeling a little wacky today. So if you don't have a tie stick, because I'm going to show you like a way to do a self hand massage. You could use the end of a spatula, or perhaps you have a whisk with a little end on it, about that size, or a Sharpie. Everyone has a Sharpie. It's kind of rounded. Here's my crazy idea. These are drops for my dog, but it has a pointy cap. Or my favorite, recognize this? A wine opener, because it's a rounded tip. So Perry, I told everyone to go get their tie stick, and they all seem to not have one. So again, wine opener, anything with a rounded tip. Sharpies are really good for this. You could use, perfect. She's got a rounded pen. So go shopping in your house. Perry, how did you know? Oh, and I don't know if it's backwards for you guys. We're going to laugh the vowels. So boys and girls, A-E-I-O-U, remember those? And you're really going to laugh. Let it out. Are you ready? Come on, join me. Em had to close the door. Keep it going. I'm looking at you. Keep it going. Oh, I forgot my vowels. And then Michelle joined us. Michelle's face, I wish you could see it. All right. So, why did we do that? Why not? No, actually, there's all kinds of signs, and I've done this with kids. I never did the vowels before. I would just get with a kid and say, just start laughing with me. Let's just start laughing. And all of a sudden, I got 30 kids laughing. They have no idea why. But did you notice your core? If you're really laughing, you just worked on your core. So apparently I need to laugh more. But if you want to build your core and you want to get those positive endorphins and all that stuff, just laugh. That's all you got to do. Just laugh. All right. So now that you got all that out of you, you're feeling good, got the core work done, let's just roll the shoulders back, sitting up tall, feet are flat, hands on top of the thighs, closing the eyes. So that might have gotten your breath going a little bit. So let's go in and out the nose. And now we're going to slow down our nervous system. And maybe counting in 3, 2, 1, and then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can change the counts if you like. Just continue slowing down on your own. And then continue with your breath. I'm going to be reading from a different book today, and this is he's a Buddhist monk, then he's known worldwide, but he's actually here in Woodstock, really close to us, Bhante Sujatha, and he is known as the loving kindness monk. That's kind of his moniker. So this week I'm going to sort of focus on the idea of seeing beauty. So you continue with your breath, and he's a great storyteller, so his book is just full of stories. I was having lunch with my students in a busy restaurant one day. As my dining companions talked among themselves, my eyes scanned the room. I love people watching, and there was so much to observe during the lunchtime rush that day. Whenever I'm around others, I pay attention to my thoughts and feelings about what I see and hear. This is one of the ways I practice mindfulness. A young family at a nearby table caught my eye. There was a mother, father, and their daughter who was about 3 years old. I watched the mother give the little girl paper and crayons so she could color while they waited for their food. Although I couldn't see what she was drawing, I guessed it was a butterfly when she glanced down at her picture, then up at her mother and said, "Mommy, I love butterflies." When her mother asked her why she loved butterflies, the young girl answered, "They're so beautiful, they can fly. I want to fly like a butterfly." As I heard the little girl declare her love for butterflies, I thought, how beautiful, how innocent. This is how this 3-year-old girl is experiencing life in this moment. She delights in the beauty of butterflies. How many adults would say, "I want to fly like a butterfly"? I've never heard a grown-up say that. By the time we reach adulthood, many of us are jaded. We often are stressed and distracted. But this little girl believes anything is possible. It warmed my heart to watch her joy. Sitting at a table near that family was a group of teenagers who appeared to be 18 or 19 years old. They were texting on their cell phones and teasing one another. They became increasingly loud, and a couple of them started making fun of one of the girls at their table. They kept at it until she blurted out, "I hate my life." I could feel her anger. I took some deep breaths in and out, in and out. What had I just witnessed over the course of a few minutes? An unhappy young woman who hates her life is sitting just a few feet away from a little girl who's overjoyed by the beauty of butterflies. Anyone who has spent time with teenagers knows they have big ups and downs. Their moods can change in an instant. Yet in this moment, it seemed as if the young woman wasn't seeing anything positive in her life. Even though that can be common behavior for teenagers, I found myself wondering, has she had many opportunities to experience love and beauty? Are there adults in her life who can guide her to find peace, comfort her when she's feeling sad, and help her work through what's difficult so she can envision positive outcomes? We all need this. While teenagers may express themselves more dramatically than adults, I don't know any adult who has not experienced their fair share and more of pain. We have been betrayed. We become disillusioned. We may have money troubles, health problems, or struggle with addiction. There are times when life can feel more negative than positive. But even when we can't see or fully feel it, we are surrounded by beauty. It might be in the words of a stranger, an unexpected act of kindness, a child's laugh or grown-up's laugh, or the glowing sky at sunset. We may be too hurt or preoccupied to notice. We don't look up at the sky or fully receive a compliment. When you aren't seeing or feeling beauty, what can you do? So I'm going to answer those questions this week with just some excerpts from that book. So drop the hands to the side of the body. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring them to the heart. Let's just do a little moving meditation here. And then inhale the palms up and overhead, reaching, separate the palms. Find length, reach. And on the exhale, bring the hands down to the hips. You can take the chin and the head with you if you like. Inhaling, lifting the chin, perhaps looking at the hands. Exhale to the heart, chin to chest. Inhaling, lifting up, reaching. And then exhale, take the hands down, chin to chest. One last time, inhale. And exhale to the heart. We'll stay here for a few breaths. And if you like to set an intention, maybe make an intention to just to see the beauty around you, see the simple things. And then let that go, open the eyes and just shake out the hands. So we're just gonna take the hands forward and make a fist and just keep the thumbs on the outside. Make a tight fist and then open up the hands. Tight fist, open up the hands. Kind of thinking of that, like that sparking. So really stretching out the hands when you open them. A couple more. And then we're gonna keep the fist and just rock the fist down. So you should all along the forearm feel a stretch there and then lift them up. So think of it like pointing and flexing the feet, kind of the same flexion in the wrist. Couple here. And then just making some circles with the wrist. Now the hard part here is not to do this. See if you can isolate just the wrist. And then reverse the direction. Shake the arms out. Your arms might be a little bit tired. And then take the right hand, stop, in the name of love, right? And then pull the fingers back. So we're not looking to touch the wrist or do any craziness. You're just pulling and feeling a stretch along the underneath the forearm and into the wrist. So this is a feel-good stretch, not a painful one. If it's painful, then back off. It's really good. Those of you that are hanging out on a keyboard or even texting, or if you're a writer or a journaler, and then switch sides. If you like just any kind of stretch, working in the garden, and then switch hands again. This time the hand is down and you're just gently pressing. This is hardly any pressure at all, and you'll feel that stretch on the top. And then switch sides. If you do a lot of yoga and you down dogs or handstands or all that crazy stuff, that's a lot of stress. So we'll just stretch it out, then shake it out. I told you I had a lot of ideas today. So I asked everyone to get their Thai stick out and no one had one. It's nothing fancy. You can get it at Amazon, but you don't need one. I just have one because I do Thai massage. So take your instrument of choice, and it's kind of hard to demonstrate here, but I want you to I'm taking kind of the fat end and go like in the meat of the thumb and just make like almost like you're twisting, and just different area. And there's no like special area. I'm just kind of like the meaty part. And then if you find a spot that kind of hurts, then maybe see if you can spend some time to release that. So the hands and the feet, if you've heard reflexology, and you can go towards the middle of the palm. There's all these meridians that connect with different parts of the body. If nothing else, it feels good on the hand. So, I mean, you could I have spent an hour on the hands, but I'm not going to. So now this one has like a smaller end. I don't know if you can see that. So can you see the lines in my hand? So look at the lines. Mine looks almost like an M. So I'm just going to take that and kind of like you're holding a pencil and just kind of go in, back and forth on one of the lines. Is that making sense? And this is just a piece of wood, a dowel really. It's like $3, but you can put, the Sharpie works really well. And then go to another line. We all have different lines, but mine looks like an M. So I'm just tracing that back and forth. And sometimes if you have like a little lotion or oil, it's nice. You don't want it to be too slippery because you want some tension there. Okay. And then this area right here is, I believe it's all sinus stuff. So you have lines. So you're just going to kind of go side to side, right like where the finger meets the hand. You have a little kind of a pad there. And then go to the next finger. And I'm doing this quickly today, but just give you something. You're sitting watching TV, you can give yourself a little hand massage. And then you can go all the way across. And then see the lines on your fingers? Like I have a line here, right by the knuckles. So you're just gonna go back and forth a couple of times, kind of like pretend you're coloring. And then go to the next one. And then up to the top. And then just continue with each finger. It's sort of awkward to show you this way, but it looks like you guys are all getting it. It's a little, just a couple little lines if you're coloring your fingers on the lines. Stay within the lines, said no one. And then one other one, if you take the front of the hand, and you know how we call it the gullies or like the webbing, just take your stick like in between that area. Am I making sense? It's really hard to show you this. I didn't practice showing. Yeah. And you might feel a lot of tension there. Just go between each one. And then shake out your hand when you're done. If you're not done, that's okay. You can. All right, we'll do the other hand. So taking just the meat of the thumb there and just a little twist. And the other thing that I noticed is when you start doing this, you become ambidextrous because you probably went to your dominant hand and now you're on the other side and it feels weird. So a little brain work here, right? Crossing the body in a way. And you can go towards the palm of the hand, just making little twists. If you have a spot that's tender, you can spend more attention on that spot. And then we'll draw the lines on the palm of the hand. So just up and down a couple of times. It is weird on the opposite hand. We all have similar lines, but not the same for sure. It's kind of like maybe like a fingerprint. Everyone's is different. And then take that whole sinus area. So just going across, kind of like the pads right where the fingers meet the hand. And even the thumb. And then come back and do those lines. So remember, we'll start at the pinky, and it's the lines kind of like behind the first knuckle, and then the top, and then just do each one. By the way, Jean, I got your lovely card in the mail. Thank you very much. And then just do each finger. And obviously you could spend more time on this, but just wanted to give you a little self-care idea. Don't forget the thumb. And then remember the tops of the hands. So just giving a little press. There's a lot of nerves in there. You can do this on your feet too. And when you've had enough of that, you can shake it out. And you just gave yourself a little Thai hand massage. So shake it out. And I told you it was an eclectic class. So today is the full moon. I think a couple of you have done this with me. I have to have notes here for me because it's a little bit different on the chair. But we're going to do the moon salutation. And it's a little bit more rigorous. So just modify as needed. I'll try to give you different variations of poses. And just, so make sure you are on the edge of your chair though, and that will help. And just drop the hands, sitting up nice and tall. Let's take a couple shoulder rolls just to kind of center ourselves, and then reverse your direction. And then just lay the hands alongside the body. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to take goddess pose. So feet are wide, toes are out, arms up about shoulder height, or cactus arms, but this is like the goddess pose. And then we're going to take the right leg over all the way to the right and lay the forearm on the leg. And then this leg, you can take it. So I think last time Michelle's knees are a little tender, so you can take it here, or you can straighten the leg out and the toes are forward. So this is where you really are on the edge of the chair, and you're just leaning to the side. And what I want you to try to do is not lean too much into that elbow. See if you can use the core to hold you up. So maybe lift up that hand just to see, but it's there to protect you. And then take the left arm either straight up, or if you wish, over to the side. And you can look up if you like, straight ahead, or even down at the right foot. And then use your side core to lift you back up. And now you're going to face to the right. So you're in a lunge pose. So you're high on the toes in the back. And again, you can take the knee under the hip if that feels better, or straight behind. So your right thigh is kind of on the chair. And we're going to take a warrior one, or actually a crescent. Actually, this is crescent moon pose. Take the arms up. Sometimes it's fun to do the cactus arms. You can take the arms out to the side. Find a way that you think is kind of fun. And if your leg is straight in the back, see if you can try to press the heel away from you. You'll feel lots of engagement in the right top thigh. Lower the hands, and this is where it gets kind of tricky. We're going to turn all of our toes forward. Keep this leg straight if you can. So now you're facing to the front. Left hand is going to just rest on the left leg. The right arm is going to reach up or over. And if you're over, you're going to feel such a nice stretch here, not leaning too much into the left hand. And then inhale, come back up. And now we're just switching the legs. So keep your bottom where it is. The right knee is going to, left knee is bending and the right one is straightening. So the same pose on this side. Excuse me. Is it making sense? And then the right arm rests gently. Left arm reaches up. And then reach over to the side. Left side stretching here. And then inhale back up. Lower the hand. And now we go to face towards the left for that crescent pose. Knee bent on the toes or back leg straight if you can. Doesn't have to be perfect straight. Arms, take them where you like. But think about really lifting up out of the rib cage. Press the heel away from you on the back leg if that's possible. And then lower the hands down. And now we straighten back, toes all forward. Right hand on the leg for side stretch. Inhale back up. And then we're going to switch. So the toes are forward and then lean back. And then come back up. And now we're going to come to that goddess warrior pose again. So if you have to kind of adjust on your chair, feel free. Oh, sit up tall. Bring the hands to the heart. Heel toe the feet back in. Take a moment. Either close the eyes or gaze down. Side out the mouth if you need to, or the nose. And then opening the eyes. So we're going to do that again, starting on the left side. And if you're lucky, I'll remember the poses. But now that you've done it one time, it might feel a little bit easier just because you kind of know what's coming. So lower the hands. Excuse me. Inhaling up. And then exhale to that goddess warrior pose, sitting up tall. And then left forearm to the left thigh. The right leg straightens out. Take the arm overhead or arm over the ear. Really opening that right shoulder open. Inhale, use the core to lift. And now we face the left side of the chair, so you have to kind of adjust for that crescent lunge. And you remember the options, hopefully. And then take the arms where you wish. So this one, a lot of times you'll see people take a little arch in the back. That feels really wonderful to me. It may not to you. And then come on up. Lower the hands. So we're just going to turn all the toes forward. Right hand on the right leg. Left hand reaches up and over. This is like a gate pose. Inhaling back up. Switch the legs. So now the left leg is straight. The right is bent. Left hand on the thigh. Inhale the right arm, lifting up. And then over to the left. And then inhale, come back up. And then we turn to the right now for that crescent lunge. So adjusting, back toes, heel is up, trying to straighten the leg. If your leg is straight behind or bent, either way is fine. Inhale the arms. Take the arch if it feels good to you. Come back up. Lower the hands. Turn for that side gate. So left hand on the thigh, reaching up and over. Come on up. And then switching the legs one last time. So the right leg is straight, left is bent. Right arm on the right thigh. Lift the left arm. Lots of directions in this one. Reaching to the right. Inhale, come back up. See if you can bring yourself back to that goddess warrior pose. Nice and tall. Pull the belly back towards the spine. Press the elbows away. You'll feel this wonderful stretch when you squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then bring the hands to the heart. Heel toe the feet back. Hip width apart. Let's just lower our hands, palms up. A lot of work there, a lot of thinking. Take a few breaths. And then opening the eyes. So we're going to do a side stretch, which is also another crescent half moon, another version of it. So you're going to take the right hand to the bottom of your chair, sort of hanging on, and let the left arm just drop to the side. Inhale the arm up. By the way, the hard part's done. So here, before you reach to the side, see if you can lengthen up another inch or two, and then lean over to the right. Try to keep the heart and the chest nice and open and not collapsing. Inhale just a little bit and lift, and then exhale again to the side. Inhale, lift, and then exhale. And inhale all the way up. Exhale down, and we'll grab the bottom of the chair with the left hand. Right arm just drops. Inhale the arm up. So before you reach the side, see if you can find some more length. Pull the belly back towards the spine, and then over to the left. See if you can roll the right shoulder back. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lean a little bit more. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Inhale all the way up, and then lower the hands down. Take a few shoulders again. Just up and kind of exaggerate it, and then really squeeze when you get back. As if you could kiss the shoulders with your, kiss each other, I guess. And then reverse. Squeeze, roll forward. And do one more. Just kind of shake everything out. So we're going to play around with another half moon pose. So this is quite advanced. So we're just going to challenge ourselves. So the first version, just find your mountain first, and let's have the chair on your right side, just so we're all on the same side. And then when you get there, find mountain, the four corners of the feet, standing tall, hang on to the chair. We're going to do that exactly the same thing we just did. So we're going to inhale the left arm, and notice how it feels different when you're standing, and then over to the side. So now we can get more into the hips. Well, hopefully this feels good to you. And your inhale, you just lift a little bit, and then exhale, sink back into it. And lift a little, exhale, sink. Inhale all the way up, and then take it, and then just walk over to the other side before I do the crazy stuff. So finding the mountain, the four corners of the feet, feel nice and tall, pull the thighs up, just get everything nice and settled, and then inhale the right arm this time, find the length, and reach over to the side. So it's the same thing we did. Inhale, lifts, exhale, reaches over a bit, but this one can get more into the side of the hips, which feels good to me anyway. And then come on down. All right, now back over to the right. So we're going to take the hand to the chair. I have a slatted chair, so it's kind of not the safest option, but if yours is not is flat, you can get your hand on there. So we're just going to play around and just lift the left leg. And if you know this pose and you want to go totally into it, feel free. You're just lifting your foot off a few inches, so find your balance and then play around with the possibility of lifting a little higher. You can lift all the way up to hip height. My tendency is to go back and to lean my hip forward. So I'm trying to keep, and your foot is flexed. And then if you like, you can take the arm up. That changes it tremendously. Looking up at the hand completely changes the balance. So just play around with where you are. I'm just going to take a peek at everybody. And you'll notice strength, balance, flexibility. Good. Lori, I'm not sure about the angle, but try to pull your top leg forward a little bit. Looks like it's a little behind you. Yeah, yeah, that looks good. Yep. Sometimes the angle, it's weird. So nice, Paula. Beautimus. Wow, I gotta make it harder. All right, if you're tired, come on down. That's a tough one. So shake everything out before we go to the other side. I usually don't do advanced poses, but you know, it's the moon. So you're going to notice a difference on each side. So be aware of that. No judgment, just know that's how it's gonna be. So now your left hand is on the chair. And theoretically, you're trying to get your shoulder over your hand and then start to lift the right leg. And if you just do this and you're playing with your balance, beautiful. You know, and then just take it wherever you like. You will definitely feel this tomorrow if it's new to you. And you can just keep the hand on the hip if you kind of want to check yourself. You can do that angel wing. You can take the arm all the way up. And Sally loves this pose. Sally, if you want to take your hands to your heart. So, I'm not feeling it today, but go for it if you like. And sometimes you'll feel little cramps in the hips if you do come out of it and shake it out. Nice. Pam, yours looks beautiful. Can you look at your hand, your top hand? Nice, because that really changes the balance. Sally, are you on the floor? Yes. Nice. Cool. Marsha, your alignment with your shoulders is great. All right, come on out of it, guys. I start looking at everybody, I forget what time it is. All right, we will come back to our chair. Sitting on the edge. Whew, take a few breaths here. Maybe I'll lighten it up for Wednesday. We'll see. All right, drop the hands. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Bring the hands to the heart, and we're gonna fold over. So chest to the thighs. Drop the hands to the side. Let the head be towards the floor. So this should feel good on the back. It changes the breath because of the compression, but it should release the low back pretty well for you, I hope. And see if you can use your core to stack the vertebrae. So the arms are heavy, just let the arms hang and then lift up and see if you can start at the tailbone, press into the feet, and see if you can come up literally one vertebra at a time. And notice when you try to focus on that, your core engages to help you lift. And now take the feet wide, wider than hip, toes are out. We're going to do the same thing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart and fold over. Same thing, but now we're between the legs. You can maybe go a little deeper. No compression on the belly here in the chest. Let everything go. And then slowly the same thing. See if you can let the arms hang. This is tough. And see if you press into the feet and the legs, one vertebra at a time, lifting up. And when you get to the top, heel toe the feet back, taking your time. Nice. All right. Let's inhale the arms forward this time. Exhale to the right, open the arms in the T. Inhale back to center, and then over to the left. Inhale back to center, over to the right, back to center, over to the left, back to center, hands to the heart, close the eyes. Take a moment to breathe, take a moment to settle. And then open the eyes, lower the hands. So we are going to prepare for Shavasana. So our relaxation pose. So just reminder, you can sit back on the chair, you can have bound angle, you can lay on the floor, you can have legs up the chair. Take the pose that feels best for you. And remembering, I'm going to try the music again. Remembering the idea is to find a place where you can be really still. And we'll see how this goes. I think it's playing. So when you get to your spot, go ahead and close the eyes if you can. And just sink in. I think it's playing. And let go. So today, just scan the body. Just do, in your mind's eye, scan your body from head to toe. And if you find a spot that just still doesn't feel right, maybe there's one more stretch you want to do for that. Or maybe just send some breath to that spot and tell that spot to release and let go. Once you've done that scan, just let go of everything. See if you can soften every muscle in the body. Relax everything. No tension anywhere. Let go. And maybe even think about seeing the beauty of being still. Now let go of the working breath and just breathe naturally. Stay right where you are. And see if you can start to deepen the breath. Bring it back to in and out the nose. And then move the head side to side. You can either look side to side or turn side to side, depending on where you are. Wake up the neck a little. And then touch each finger to the thumb. A little bit of pressure. Maybe remind yourself to find and see some beauty today in places that you don't normally look. Wiggle the fingers and roll the wrist in both directions. Wiggle your toes and move the ankles side to side. And wherever you chose to take your Shavasana, very gently bring yourself to a seated position on the floor of the chair. Either is absolutely fine. If you're in the chair, sit back on the chair. Use the backrest to support you. And when you get there, take a few deep breaths again. And then drop the hands. If you can't, keep the eyes closed. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Gather in all the beauty around you. Bring the palms palms together and down to the hearts. And if you set an intention, bring it back to yourself. Bring it back into your heart. And then gently just flutter the eyes open. Thank you all for being here today, sharing your laughter, and I wish each of you health, peace, happiness, and I hope you find the beauty in your life today. Namaste.
Namaste.
So before you all go, I just wanted to let you know that, this music I'll turn off. I wanted to let you know that Joe has an appointment on Wednesday, so Candace and I are going to give you a taste of what our plan is for Saturday classes. So we're gonna kind of tag team, which is what we do at Ginger Blossoms, and we just have a really synergistic relationship. So I'll start the class and then she will finish it, and that's kind of our ideas for Saturday. So it'll be kind of like a preview of what to expect. But so just so you know, Wednesday will look a little different. It's really great. I love for you to take from different I want you to come here, of course, but it's really good to take from different teachers and you learn different things, and now you'll get that benefit on Wednesday. So there you go. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Good luck today, Christy.
Thank you. Woo, going to log on now.
Oh, baby.
I was trying to get done so you could get in.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, I meant to ask Paul about her rig. Oh man, I think you're. Ah. Did you get it, Paula?
She's muted.
Yeah, I can't unmute her. I think she.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. I think I muted her and then she unmuted.
Okay, now, can you hear me?
Yes. So you got it?
Yes, it's.
Look at that smile, you guys.
It's wonderful. I don't know when we're going to be able to go anywhere, but
Well, at least it's yours now.
It's ours. We try to go out and put stuff in it, so we're getting everything all set. So I'm
Love
excited.
it.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
What was the pillow? She got a pillow the owners gave you?
Yeah.
Home is where you park?
Yeah, it's a little trailer, and then she put our names on it too. So
Yeah, it was
like,
cute.
wow, how sweet. It's a very expensive pillow. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, there you go. Well, good. I'm glad you finally got it.
Bye, ladies. Have a good day.
You
Bye,
too.
Paula.
Bye.
Michelle, you missed the laughter. Did you have any idea what we were doing?
Yoga laughter, you said?
Yes. Your
Foul
face.
laughter? Mom is muted. Mom, unmute.
Whenever I tried to do it, then they do it at the same time. Oh,
There
there
she
we are.
Yeah, okay. So, how you guys doing?
is. Sore.
You're poor?
Sore.
Oh, from your weekend.
From four-wheeling and jet
That
ski
looks like,
hours.
That looked fun.
did Mark do it too?
Uh-huh.
Did he? Okay.
And then Kelly and Mark, when they were kayaking, I'd get on the jet ski and push by them and
Oh,
ate them.
you're bad.
It was fun.
No, Michelle, I was saying your face when you came in late.
Uh-huh.
And we were all laughing. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, I got
I
up.
may have to take a snapshot of that picture. That was pretty funny.
That was
Great.
funny. Yeah. It's,
How's your leg
Yeah.
feeling, Mom?
Yeah.
oh, it's okay. You know, I can feel it, but it's okay. I'm gonna take a shower this morning. Yay.
Oh,
know
you
that
couldn't
feeling.
shower this weekend?
No. So
Oh,
I'm still gonna tape it up, you know, with some saran wrap or something. Just, he said I could do it, but I think I'd rather just keep it covered for a day or so.
Do you have a
Yeah.
lot of stitches in there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
He said the one inside, the stitches inside will just dissolve. But I
Okay.
have to go back and take out the top stitches.
well, hopefully he
Okay.
won't be 2 hours behind schedule.
Me too. I better not be. I think I'll
That was
leave.
terrible.
Yeah, for 20 minutes, you know, he could have, if this is, after I'm all finished, I won't go back. I'll find
Yeah.
somebody else. I know the doctor recommended him, but there has to be somebody here in Brandon.
Was he late just because of COVID and he's trying to get appointments in? Is that the,
I don't know. He was just working, I guess, all the time.
wow. Oh, I
Well,
gotta
I
stop
don't know.
recording here.
You know, if someone had a problem, major problem.